haven't seen you back in the ring since 2018. How's this been? This process been for you?
Donuts. A lot of food, donuts, but now I'm here, so that's all that matters.
And quickly, we all know your brother's KSI. What has he told you about this fight?
Personally, I didn't know if we'd see that, and it came out. It's awesome.
Coming into this, did you think that them being social media stars, they wouldn't have taken this as serious as they seem to have taken it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different world when you step in the ring or the cage, and these guys are coming out and bringing it in. I respect that for that.
Any final predictions on Austin versus Bryce?
Man, Austin's brother came in and looked really good, so I think, I got to go. Or wait, am I talking about the right guy?
Yeah.
Okay. His brother came out, looked good. I got to go with the name Austin, so I'm going to roll with him.
All right, thank you so much. Now back up to the live zone to Charlemagne the God.
Remember, you can still get exclusive 3D interactive hashtag social gloves NFT coins from AT Cybertino app. Purchase hashtag Team YouTube or hashtag Team TikTok silver coins that will automatically turn to gold if your fighter wins. So far, we've had 3 fights in our Battle of the Platforms. Following FaZe Jarvis's win, YouTube is in the lead 3-0. That means Nate really needs to bring it when he goes up against DDG in the next bout.
I think things are about to start heating up because next we got DDG versus Nate Wyatt. So let's hear what they have to say.
I'm just here to make money and beat somebody's ass in the process.
I'm Nate Wyatt. I create content across all platforms, but tonight I'm on Team TikTok.
I think Nate is the lamest one on the card. No one knows who Nate is. He's more like the shadow.
This shit light work to you? This is extremely light. Like, look at my opponent. He danced.
DDG, you've been talking a lot of so here I am. Let's fight. Let's see if I'm really scared of you.
I really ain't got nothing to say, Nate. I think deep down you know what's finna happen.
I think you're gonna see someone who everybody underestimates. Don't judge a book by its cover.
I'm gonna have to be very mean, vicious, because I gotta knock him out. That's the only W for me.
The more you talk, the more you putting yourself in the hole, and I'm gonna hurt you more.
You're not gonna hurt me.
With none of that
You're not
camera.
Bro, you're too small to hurt me. You're not gonna hurt me.
I'm putting you to sleep.
You're not gonna hurt me.
It's a real fight when we get in that ring. Anything that they say now will be used against them in the ring. So Nate, I would be careful.
You're a Barbie. You're a Barbie.
Okay, Miss Barbie's about to knock you out.
All right, so a lot of trash talking, a lot of saying, I'm going to knock the other guy out. Well, here's what a real knockout looks like, because we saw it just a couple of minutes ago. FaZe Jarvis absolutely being laid out like a leaf.
Yeah, I love this replay. The overhand right has been the key to the night. Huge overhand right. He was ready to follow it up with a lead hook, but that's been the key this whole night. He took this seriously. There was power behind that punch.
Yeah, FaZe Jarvis says, I've never felt like this before. But now we got to spin it forward now. We've got Nate Wyatt and DDG. Let's start with DDG. Confidence is certainly not an issue for this man.
Absolutely not, Coach. I mean, DDG, he's a musical artist. The reason why he wants to win tonight is to level up and launch that music career. I mean, it's already launched, but it could go. The sky is the limit if he comes out with a W in the ring tonight.
Level up, lit, all kinds of new things I'm learning here at ringside. Let's switch over to Nate Wyatt. He says everybody is underestimating him. What should his mentality be?
His mentality, he needs to carry that. Honestly, it's hard to have the world attacking you, but that pressure, we're going to see if he can perform under it. A lot of these athletes, a lot of these TikTokers, YouTubers, social media platform stars, they're used to the pressure. They're used to the drama, right? And let's see if he can carry that and use the pressure, fuel his fire, and put on a show.
We've been talking a little bit tonight about fake beefs, real beefs. What's the beef like here?
Well, this one got real ugly real fast, and honestly, I don't know who's going to win. This is the one I could not call.
Well, so far, YouTube has dominated tonight. Is that going to continue? We'll find out right now. Let's send it to Foos.
Representing Team TikTok, Nate Wyatt.
for this.
You know, he got very popular being a part of a group, but if he comes out with a win tonight, it's going to be a great chance for him to launch his own brand. Nate could really do it.
I can just tell you, off this walkout, though, you know, I'm the professional fighter. I'm watching this walkout. He looks a little too stoic for me, right?
Okay.
There's cool, calm, and collected, and then there's stoic, to where he looks like that. Oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into?
Representing Team YouTube, DDG.
It looks like kind of like he's all mic'd up to rap himself here.
Right, I believe this is his own song. This is what he needed to come out to. That's why he went back and went to the DJ.
I can honestly say that I've never seen a fighter change his entrance music while he was doing his entrance. That's next level kind of stuff.
That is a lot of pressure, right? Not only are you performing right this very second during your walkout, but you're about to perform in a boxing ring and fight somebody. So good for him. He really rose to the occasion, I guess.
Well, I got really nervous right out at the first. I was like, wait a minute, is he giving up? Is he going back to the locker room? What is happening?
All right, let's take a look finally at the tail of the tape between these two from YouTube and TikTok. DDG, Nate Wyatt. Paige, what do you see?
You know what I see? This is virtually identical. We got a slight age advantage, slight reach advantage to Nate, slight height advantage, but really not enough to make a huge difference. Going into this, virtually identical. It's who trained and who is more well prepared.
Nate Wyatt has certainly mastered the focused look when it comes to graphics. It's time for the announcements. Let's send it up to Foos.
In the blue corner, representing TikTok, weighing in at 163 pounds, boasting over 5.6 million TikTok followers, born in Cincinnati, Ohio, now in Los Angeles, California, the soul of the Hype House, Nate Wyatt! And representing YouTube in the red corner, weighing in at 162 pounds with nearly 2 million subscribers, a Michigan native now living in Los Angeles. He's a lover and a fighter, DDG!
Guys. We know the rules in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. In case of a knockdown, go to the corner I tell you to go to. Wait for me to call you out. Any questions? Touch them up. Let's go.
50,000 fans have shown up here at Hard Rock Stadium, the site of the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes knocked off the San Francisco 49ers right here on this very field. And now, DDG.
Wyatt was sticking his double jab out there pretty well, but he just wasn't able to get his head out of the way after he throws his punches. Right, that head position. He's got to get out of in front of the punches.
The first standing 8 count of this fight. And Nate Wyatt has got to start moving around, guys. It just he's becoming a very stationary target.
DDG is not letting him rest, just rushing, even after the last clinch, getting one in. Oh!
And DDG continues to kind of just set up that big right hand page and launch from halfway across the ring.
Yes, he is. And then DDG, he's, you know, we keep getting in these tie-ups, and that's because Wyatt keeps ducking his head extremely low, right? That's not a problem with DDG locking up his head. That's a problem with Wyatt ducking his head too low.
45 seconds to go here in round number 3. So far, it has been all Keem and DDG.
Yeah, now you can see the ref getting frustrated. Like, come on, guys, let's. There it is.
They're both exhausted. They're throwing their one punch, getting tired, locking up.
It is amazing how quickly the trash talking stops when you're gassed to the gills.
Right.
It does, and then you see them kind of closing their eyes on these punches and throwing with full authority, hoping that they land, but you got to keep those eyes open. Punches and bunches, set your shots up if you want to finish tonight.
All right, it looks like we will see a 4th round here between Nate Wyatt of TikTok and DDG, excuse me. I was channeling my inner pro wrestling. I said DDP.
Diamond Dallas Page.
There's been a sighting in Miami.
It's really raining now. I mean, we're getting hit and we're underneath a tent. Does that make sense?
You know what? The great thing about Florida is if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. I've been told that. I've lived here for a year, and I think I've had 100 people tell me that, and it's absolutely true. It should only be around for a few minutes, and we should be dry.
Here's some of the action from that 3rd round. That
amazing uppercut, leading into a lead hook.
There's a lot of closing of the eyes tonight.
Yes.
You know, I love watching these replays on these punches. The Jarvis one was amazing, but that uppercut right there, that looked beautiful.
Paige Van Zandt, Keemstar, Coach Foos, Charlemagne the God, our entire Social Gloves team. The fighters tonight from the start with Kale Siraj and Ryan Johnston to now, they've really given it all to us. Foosy, what's your scorecard looking like?
You know what? I got this going all the way to DDG right now through all 3 rounds. I don't think Nate's given him a lot of opportunity to showcase what he got. There's a lot of locking up and hugging going on, and I'm surprised this lasted this long.
And now DDG, once again getting 2, then 3 shots in on Nate Wyatt. Oh.
Yeah, Wyatt doesn't like this, right? That's why he keeps ducking his head really low. We're seeing these tie-ups. DDG needs to be moving backwards a little more, not so much forward. If he could move backwards and lure Wyatt to him, he would be able to get out of these tie-up positions that he keeps getting caught in.
Well, we didn't think this was going to go to the distance, and, you know, we're halfway through the 4th. Maybe it will.
And this very pro YouTube crowd page screaming for DDG.
They are, and you know, it's looking more and more like these guys are getting tired, getting exhausted. And it's, you know what, if they have the will to win, we could still see a finish. But I'm hoping that they keep it up and they can keep their energy high and give us an exciting 5th round.
Big breaths from both. And finally, Nate Wyatt is able to throw one, but then he just covers up.
Yeah, and that's the reason I feel like they had these 2-minute rounds for these guys. If you can train as hard as you can, it's good for them to have these 2-minute rounds. Could you imagine 3 minutes of action?
Paige, the answer would be no. No, I cannot.
Yes.
You saw Nate Wyatt kind of glance up at the clock.
Right.
That is a telltale sign, Keem, in the fighting world. Is it over yet?
Yeah, he's trying to survive, obviously. obviously, I think he knows kind of how this is playing out. A lot of defense, not much offense.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I really do. I want DDG to start going backwards, lead Wyatt to him, and he's going to be able to connect a little bit better and not have those tie-ups. Impressive round, though.
And a lot of chatter between Nate and the ref after every round. I wonder what his concern is.
That is interesting. You know, in between rounds, I don't think I've ever talked to the ref. In a fight, the ref, I don't even notice that they're there. So that's a good observation. I don't know what in the world he could be saying.
If you use left hook, you catch him because he's dropping his right every time.
So you can see there in the corner one of the great trainers in boxing.
Legendary.
So Joel Diaz, Timothy Bradley, Hoya, I mean, all
take a deep breath.
Vargas, I mean, you name it, this man right here has trained them.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah, it's amazing to see these YouTubers, like, they're not just grabbing some coach or whatever. They're trying to find the absolute best. You know, they got the fame, they got the money. They don't do this lightly. They do this serious.
Well, these coaches do not have to coach them, right? When I walk into a boxing gym, I have to prove to the coach that I deserve to be there. These guys did something to prove to these coaches that they deserve to be there. They showed that they're real fighters and they were invested in their career. These coaches don't have to take on anybody.
That's a very, very good point. All right, here we go. Our fifth and final round. Keith, that's a great point, too. The check clears. All right, does Nate Wyatt have anything left for DDG?
Oh! Beautiful overhand right. Wyatt looks a little uncomfortable with that shot, ducking his head. He continues to turn his Wyatt continues to turn his head away, and that's why he keeps getting caught with these back of the head shots, as he's saying.
Step back, come on.
The referee is pretty much had it at this point.
Yes, he has had it. Look at him.
Stop tying up, guys. And that's just sheer exhaustion, right? At this point, they got enough energy to throw one power punch, and then they got to hold on for dear life.
The referee kind of reminds me of a nightclub security guard. Right? He's just like, all right, you two.
Absolutely.
Stop.
Where do we get these big refs, right? We got him, we got Big John McCarthy. These refs look like fighters.
But you absolutely need someone big like this in this situation. These are not experienced, boxers. They haven't had boxing matches before. You know, they're not going to listen. You need someone that will make them listen.
Inside of 40 seconds now, round number 5. Each fight tonight scheduled for 5 rounds, 2-minute rounds. Still to come tonight, our main event, Austin McBroom of YouTube and Bryce Hall of TikTok.
Well, you got to hand it to Nate. I mean, I didn't think he was going to survive this.
He absolutely did, and that's the thing, is he took a lot of punches, a lot more damage than I think he anticipated, but he sucked it up and he gutted through this fight.
And at this point, these two are just trying to get to the finish line. And the finish line looks like a DDG resounding victory.
The crowd is already cheering victory.
He got a few more punches to seal the deal at the end of that fight. We got the chains in full effect.
Well, Nate Wyatt, he has the debonair movie star good looks for a TikToker.
Well, I mean, not right now. If you see, there's a lot of swelling.
Hey, I can talk about that. I have been cut open, bloodied up in fights, broken hands, cut faces. It all heals.
Yeah. Oh, it does. But not all of us look like you, Paige, so it's not as important for us to get it back to normal. Nate Wyatt's probably very happy that this thing is over.
What do you think about this experience, right? Now that you're watching it as a YouTube sensation, Does this inspire you to do something else? Do we see, you're one of these guys, do we see you in a boxing match?
I just love being a commentator. I love being able to sit here and call it, and it's been a pleasure to work with you guys. I mean, you guys are the pros here teaching me what's up with all this, and it's just been so much fun to be this close to the ring. I mean, normally I get the front row seats, you know, they hook me up, but I haven't been this close.
There's nothing better than being right here at ringside.
The commentator booth is very nice.
Yes, because guess what? You never lose a fight. You never lose sitting here.
That's right.
All right. So the judges are still figuring out. Now we have a decision. Let's send it up to the ring.
Here are the judges' results for this sanctioned exhibition match. Lorenzo Hunt scored the contest 50-44. Coach Chuck scored the contest 49-45. And Keon Wilson scored the contest 50-43, with the combined scores putting the bout in favor of DDG.
Well, it's a very YouTube pro crowd here in Miami, clearly. And on a couple of those scorecards, Keem, the judges thought he had dominated 2 or 3 rounds with those scores.
Wow, unbelievable. I mean, it's shocking to see YouTube just win every single one of these matches. You know, four wins for YouTube right now. This one, I didn't know anywhere where it was going to go. Yep. Now we clearly know DDG is pretty good in that ring.
Let's take a look at the final punch stats presented by Stat Hero. Survived the game, and clearly, Keem, this is a DDG domination.
Unbelievable power punches, 35-7 total punches. Total punches, only 40. So only 5 of them were not power punches. Unreal.
So DDG is the victor. He's getting all of his ice on. He's getting all of his bling on. And momentarily, he will speak with Paige. Paige, go ahead.
All right, DDG, you are getting your hand wraps off you still. Congratulations on an amazing performance. Did you think it was going to go the full fight?
Honestly, I left the strip club last night. I wasn't even training for this fight. Hey, man. Jay, where my blunt at? I've honestly felt like, not to be funny or nothing, but I felt like he wasn't going to last that whole time. It's a lot of respect to Nate.
You looked amazing. Honestly, coming from a professional fighter, you looked like you have been in the gym, you've been training. Can we talk about your coaching staff? You have some amazing coaches in your corner. Did you have confidence with them being there with you?
Right.
I can see
right.
Wiz Khalifa's been training real hard. He's a fighter that I could see you match up against.
I'm with whatever, man.
That's it. All right. Congratulations. Amazing performance.
Thank you. Shout out to all the fans, man. Y'all make some noise.
Social Gloves, Battle of the Platforms is sponsored by Hard Rock and Stat Hero, the first ever daily fantasy sports book and the only place to get in on the Social Gloves action at stathero.com/gloves.
Projecting our current DSCR against our amortized 5-year debt.
Come a little closer, mon petit chou. Feel that fascination if you're there. I think that I like you. I think that I like you, like you. I think that I like you, like you. I think I like you a lot.
already know that Live by Live has you covered with original shows like Album of the Week and Self-Made, along with VIP access to live stream events from all over the world.
Plus, we have more than 1,000 radio stations hosted by real people.
That's a lot of music, and you can customize each one to fit your great taste.
And just added the Best of Podcast 1 featuring original podcasts like Nappy Boy Radio with T-Pain, Off the Vine with Caitlin Bristow, What They Don't Tell You with Jordan Jones, and many more with new shows added weekly.
So now, because we like you, here's a friendly reminder that your Social Gloves pay-per-view access comes with 6 months of Live by Live Plus for free, unlocking unlimited song skips, maximum audio quality, and 0 ads. And all you have to do is redeem your free subscription.
Just find your Social Gloves pay-per-view confirmation email and follow the instructions to redeem.
And yes, it's free.
For real.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Taylor Holder, who goes up against YouTuber Anderson Gibb. Taylor, you seem to have a target on your back as the guy that everybody wants to fight. Why do you think that is?
You know, coming into this, there was actually a lot of people that didn't want to fight me, so I was like one of the only ones that had an open slot on the card. So there was a lot of people calling me out, and we had to pick and choose from a lot, and it happened to be Gibb that they decided on.
Do you have more confidence ever since Gibb lost to Jake Paul?
You know, that was over a year ago. I don't really underestimate anybody. You know, I'm training hard. I'm training like I'm fighting the best in the world, and that's that. And I'm gonna go out there and showcase my skills and show what I got.
Good luck tonight. Now over to Marcos with Team YouTube.
Thank you, Emily. I'm here with the 7-figure Gibber. Gib, man, hey, you look in phenomenal shape. I could tell that you've been taking this extremely serious.
I've lost about 20 kilos. I started at 106, and now I'm 81. I'm in the shape of my life, and I'm ready to destroy Taylor Holder.
Looking back, I know fight fans, the last time they got to see you was a year ago here in Miami against Jake Paul. How important is it for you to have a dominating performance and get the redemption that you want and get past that performance and what happened that night?
It's very important. I've been working so hard for this day. So hard in Cancun, Mexico, in London, Stratford, working every day for this day to destroy Taylor Holder. I'm coming for him.
See this man right here? He's ready to go. Fousey, back to you.
Wow. This night has been electrifying, and so far it is Team YouTube across the board. Kale versus Ryan. Ryan took that one home. Ben versus Landon. Landon took it home for the McBrooms. Michael versus Jarvis was our first knockout of the night, and it was vicious. I bet it's already on the bread batch right now. Nate versus DDG went the distance, and DDG took that one for the win. Don't forget, still to come tonight is the fights you guys have all been waiting for. We have Taylor versus Anisan Gibb and Bryce Hall versus Austin McBroom. Before we get there, be sure to tweet using #SocialGloves and let us know how you're enjoying the night. And now, let's take a look behind the scenes of Vinny Hacker versus Deji the Tank.
I hope you're ready, Vinny. My name is Deji. I'm a YouTuber with 10.2 million subscribers. Go, baby.
I'm Vinny Hacker. I'm representing the TikTok side.
This content's questionable. It's literally just looking at a mirror, shirtless, doing nothing, but I'm not gonna judge.
I've been training every day, hours on end, conditioning.
Are you worried about this fight, or do you think you're actually gonna come out on top?
Deji's been in a fight in a stadium, but I'm training really hard, so we just gotta wait until the fight.
I train 5 times a day.
Doesn't even have to be the person that trains harder. It could be the person that gets hit first and goes down. I'm making sure that doesn't happen to me.
Deji, you're finally back. You have went the farthest with Jake Paul. What are you gonna do against Vinny Hacker?
Vinny, this is just a stepping stone. I want to destroy the whole YouTube boxing thing, venture forward past that. What I've taken from my last fight is you have to fail to succeed. I'm just gonna try extra hard. Plan is to completely dominate all these people.
Everybody has a plan until you get in there and you actually get punched in the face.
I predict me destroying Vinny.
Deji, I want you to know this isn't going to be an easy fight. I'm going to put my all in on this.
Vinny, all the best. You're a nice guy, but you are in my way, so you are going to have to get these hands.
Okay, that is some of the nicest trash talk I've ever heard in my life. Foos, we're going to bring you in here for a couple of minutes. We're going to start with you. Do you really believe that Deji has trained 5 times a day?
I do. I think this is a big ploy. I think, like, look, we know that the way your physique looks doesn't matter in today's day and age, especially when it comes to strength and conditioning. Like, look at Andy Ruiz. I'm not saying Deji's Andy Ruiz, but I think he's trying to undersell himself to surprise a lot of people tonight.
Okay, but Vinny Hacker is young, and he's never been in this position before. What do you think facing a guy who has his approach should be?